Hey there guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to unbox the iPhone 14 Pro Max in white and silver. I did buy the 128 gig model. This one comes in at a price of $1,099. This is one of 4 different colors. As you can see on the front, we have a picture of the phone, Dynamic Island right there. And we have iPhone in silver, denoting the color, of course. And on the back, says iPhone 14 Pro Max and what it includes in the box. All right, let's go ahead and open it up. All right, and we have our white iPhone on the top, as you can see here. We also get a Lightning to USB-C cable, no adapter though. And of course we get documentation. And as with all the new iPhone 14 models, you now get this message letting you know that you no longer need a physical SIM card to activate your eSIM during the iPhone setup. We also get some additional information, as well as one Apple sticker, but it is not color-coded, just white. All right, so taking a look at the back, this looks absolutely gorgeous. Very, very nice, beautiful white. And as you can see, we have silver going all the way around. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then of course, on the front, we have a little sticker telling us about our Lightning and telling us about all the different buttons here. So let's go ahead and take this off real quick. And just to give you a quick comparison between Space Black, so this is one I've been currently using, and this is what I'm going to move to here. So Space Black to white, the difference in color on the sides, and then even on the front, you do get a little bit of silver on the front of this one. So that looks really, really clean. All right, let's go ahead and turn it on for the first time. All right, and I'll go ahead and set it up. All right, so I did set the iPhone up as new just to see how it's going to look out of the box. So here is how our home screen is going to look, and then here are the applications that are included. And the version this came out of the box with is 16.0.1, and there is an update to 16.0.2 as of this video. And this one does have 128 gigs out of the box. You get 112.47 gigs free. And one of the new features with the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max is the Dynamic Island. And as you can see, it is 2 separate modules. However, they have connected them by blacking out the screen between those modules. And to briefly show you the Dynamic Island and some of its features, using the timer here, you can see that when we swipe it closed, it swipes up into the Dynamic Island and then continues the timer from there. You can also tap it to go right back, and this works with other apps as well. So with music, with the phone, and other apps, and you'll notice it as you use it. It is pretty interesting. Face ID also takes up right there. So some of the notifications you previously get from the top here will show up in the Dynamic Island, and it is pretty nice. And if you're curious of the difference from last year's notch to the new Dynamic Island, here it is. So one thing to note here is the Dynamic Island is just a tad lower than the notch on the previous phone. And it does look smaller overall, but it might interfere with some content on your new phone. And there are, of course, more new features in the camera. So we do have a new 48 megapixel camera on the back, and you can actually take ProRAW full resolution images with that sensor. We also have something called action mode, and I can't really show you that right now, but you do have to have better lighting. So of course you want to have sunlight or better lighting with this one, and it helps with shaky footage. And the Apple Pro RAW feature does have to be turned on in order to use it. So you have to go to the camera settings, go to formats, and then turn on Apple Pro RAW. And as you can see, we are set to the 48 megapixels, and you can change that to 12 if you wanted to. But one thing to note, these do take up quite a bit of storage. So if you have a 128 gigabyte phone like I do, you have to be very, very mindful of that. As you can see, for 1 to 48 megapixel photo, 75 megabytes. And one other new feature of the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max is always on display. So of course, Apple implemented their own kind of version of this where it has your background, but it slows down the rate of the display to 1 hertz, so it saves battery. Will it save battery? We'll find that out. And showing you side by side the iPhone 13 Pro Max and iPhone 14 Pro Max, there are some slight differences. So as you can see, the button placements are different. The 5G window on the side is also bigger. And one thing that is kind of large is the removal of the physical SIM tray on United States models. So you are forced to use eSIM on the new models. Of course, first impressions of the iPhone 14 Pro Max are very good, but this still reminds me a lot of last year's model. We do have some small upgrades, I believe, over the 13 Pro Max. So we have that Dynamic Island, we have improved cameras, we have always on display, and some other niceties. But is it worth an upgrade over the 13 Pro Max if you already have one? I'll let you guys decide that. If you have an older phone, I would definitely say yes. But there you go, a quick unboxing and first impressions of the iPhone 14 Pro Max. If you have any questions or comments on this, feel free to leave them down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. bye.